Did I ever tell you the story of It's Over? I thought not. It's not a story the liberals would tell you. You see, there was once a very powerful young incel whose name on the forums was It's Over. Now, It's Over selected a great name, to be sure, a great forum name. It's Over. Now, It's Over was a framelit and a manlet and an original thinker. What can't be said about him? He was white. He was a white cell. He was pushed to the edge at the ripe age of 22. This is all true story, by the way. He got on a plane. He took out a bunch of loans for university in the UK. Didn't go to university, got on a plane, went to Thailand, and he did a hero's journey of conquering his inceldom back in 2018. This young hero, It's Over, proved to himself and others that it was not over, at least for him. And he had sex with a couple of maybe 10 girls or something like that in Thailand over the course of 3 weeks. And It's Over went down in history. He became more than he was. He became something larger than himself, larger than, I think, life. How ironic his name was, It's Over, when he has shown us it's not over. I'll link to some forum posts and an article below. Check it out for yourself. Now, It's Over. He didn't stop there. And maybe I'll have his photos, I don't even tell you. I'll be having his photos interspersed in this video. It's Over didn't stop there. It's Over said that's not enough. He's also, now, this is when he becomes morally questionable. He reaches kind of a moral gray area, you could say. Because It's Over fucked a bunch of these girls and got them pregnant. Now, why these women let him get them pregnant, I don't know. However, I do know, because I've also slept with women, and they're pretty fucking stupid. And if you say the right things to them, especially if they're like between the ages of 18 and 22, and they're poor, or they're not like university chicks or whatever, right? So they don't have girl boss plans, so they don't have really any plans. They'll let you get them pregnant. That's how these single mothers happen. Because if they don't have plans, they'll let you get them pregnant. I actually consider them to be, that's what a proper woman, whatever, I digress. That's kind of what a proper woman is, though. One who will let you just get her pregnant. That's how it should go. That's how it used to go. Anyways, It's Over got a bunch of these girls pregnant. And he would stay with each of them for 6 months. So that way, they couldn't abort it. It would be too late. And he would achieve a genetic legacy. The Elliott-Rodgeserite breeding program, siring ERs, as he put it. You know who ER was, probably, if you're watching this video. But for all the normies who've been algorithmed over here, Elliott Rodger was a supreme gentleman who killed people in America. He was a Hapa. I believe he was half Jewish, half Asian, I believe. It could have been half white, half Asian. I'm not quite sure. Either way, you know how Jews kind of look white. Oftentimes you can't tell. He looked like a stereotypical mixed white Asian kid. More on the Asian side. Now, itsOVER was siring these ERs. And then he would, I'm not quite sure the exact logistics. He would sire them, dip, sire another one, dip, sire, dip, sire, dip. And he had about, I think, 3 or so ERs on the way. And itsOVER decided that he wasn't done. He wasn't done living. He wasn't done fucking. He wasn't done proving to the forums and everybody what he was about, what this life is about. And itsOVER went to Eastern Europe, Ukraine, before the war kicked off. He went to Ukraine and Russia, and he fucked Slavs, whatever you call them, who aren't quite white, but they're basically white. So he got a couple of white girls under his belt, when in the UK, in the West, he got nothing. Went over to Slavland, fucked them. Now, what does that tell you about what's going on in this country? I digress. What it shows me is that when there's a will, there's a way. Now, how is he doing it? He was lying about his age. He was pretty lean, I think, at this time. He was lying about his age. He was pretty lean. And he was wearing lifts because he was a manlet to bring him to average height. But it's all very impressive display of will. And to me, itsOVER represents sort of a Tyler Durden-esque Nietzschean character who has seen that he's lost everything and that he was free to do anything. And he's still out there. I'm not sure where. But knowing he exists makes me happy. I like living in a world with itsOVER, despite the fostering of single mothers. That's probably, that one I don't know. Probably not great. But I understand his psychology, why he feels entitled to do that. And it's funny. It is funny. The whole thing is just funny. Anything is kind of acceptable so long as it's funny. And inspiring. He did both things. He inspired and was funny at the same time. Ironic. His username was itsOVER, but he was about to show everyone it had just begun.